To present the award for Best Director is star of stage and screen Raquel Welch and the distinguished host of his own award-winning talk show, Phil Donahue.
That might be the envelope with the bomb.
Frank Drebin's retirement is going to have to wait. The third entry in the Naked Gun franchise, Naked Gun 33 1/3, The Final Insult, is an unpretentious, low-blow comedy that contains plenty of iconic moments.
Something big. There's no...
Oh no, not him again. Please, God.
Welcome to The Rewind. Today, we'll be counting down the top 10 moments from Naked Gun 33 1/3, The Final Insult. Before we begin, make sure to give this video a like and hit the subscribe button for good luck. Number 10. Phil Donahue.
One more second, Mr. Donahue.
Frank's infiltration into the Academy Awards ceremony creates a tremendous amount of chaos. In this clip, our clumsy undercover agent takes the place of Phil Donahue in an attempt to find the envelope with the planted bomb. From literally tumbling his way down the stairs to incorrectly reading the teleprompter, it's amazing they allowed Frank to remain on stage for so long.
I can barely catch my breath. Turn it over to Raquel. Raquel, I'm used to being out of breath, working out to my video.
What the hell is he doing?
Number 9. SelfDefense.
I know when a woman says no, she really means yes. Now how about that kiss?
Yes.
What do you mean, no?
When a guy gets a little too close to Jane, she does what any woman would do in her situation and sprays him with pepper spray. Then, to make sure he gets the hint, she proceeds to pull out a taser and tase him. She shocks him so hard that he flies back into oncoming traffic and gets run over by a semi-truck.
You killed him. It was an accident. We have to call the police. You're a hero to every woman in this country.
Number 8. Meet Tanya Peters.
Come here, sexy.
You're all women. I could tell just by looking at you.
Hey, she's referring to me.
Tanya Peters definitely takes pride in her looks and uses her beauty to her advantage. Upon meeting Tanya, Frank falls head over heels for her. That is until Rocco makes it clear that Tanya is his girlfriend. Trying to backpedal, Frank claims that he was actually infatuated with Rocco's mother, which leads to a very awkward kiss.
Now that's more like it.
Number 7. Nick the Slicer.
Where's your prison number?
It's unlisted. Just call me Nick the Slicer McGurk.
You know what they say, keep your friends close and your enemies closer. In order to stay one step ahead of Rocco, Frank poses as a criminal and ends up in the same cell as his target. When Rocco asks him who he is, Frank says they can call him Nick the Slicer, but he's clearly not familiar with prison life.
Take it from me. This place here changes a man.
Oh yeah, in what way?
I used to be white.
Number 6. Snooki Wookum's Dumpling Buns.
My dearest Snooki Wookum's Dumpling Buns. I miss you so much. I haven't hurt this bad since the last time I was dumped.
Right after Frank introduces himself as Nick the Slicer to Rocco and his cellmate, he tells them that he's going to make a hit list before going to bed. Of course, Frank isn't writing a hit list. Instead, he writes a letter to his now ex-wife, Jane, who he calls his dearest Snooki Wookum's Dumpling Buns.
We were supposed to be married, but on the day of our wedding, she never showed up.
Number 5. The Untouchables.
It's the president. And the Pope.
It seems that no matter how hard Frank tries to leave his life of crime fighting behind, it just keeps coming back to haunt him. Frank is pulling a stroller up to a flight of stairs when a full-blown shootout breaks loose. Frank now has to protect the babies, the President of the United States, and even the Pope from countless dangerous threats. But in the end, it turns out it was all just a bad dream.
Give me my baby back!
Number 4. Jane leaves Frank.
I'm gonna make love to you for hours and hours.
Wouldn't Mr. Happy like that?
Ours?
Most people would love to come home to a partner who's eager to make their most intimate fantasies come true, but Frank has just gotten back from the sperm bank, where he got a little help from a dominatrix. Barely able to walk as it is, Frank tries to perk himself up the best he can. But when Jane finds the scratch marks on Frank's back, she assumes that he's doing police work again and gets so upset that she leaves him.
And now here's a dedication to Frank from Jane, who just called from a taxi. And it reads, "Frank, you lying weasel weenie. It's bad enough you're shooting blanks, now you're leaving the door wide open and letting all the heat out."
Number 3. Frank on the dance floor. The jig is up and Frank's cover is blown. Trying to blend in with the performers, Frank gets caught in the middle of a musical number and now has to perform in order to stay in character. Hilarity ensues as the act only gets worse with every misstep. It's only a matter of time before everyone on stage is either injured or unconscious. Number 2. Cherry cake.
I knew I'd bump into you around here somewhere. I want answers, cherry cakes.
I love you.
Tanya has Frank's undivided attention when she confesses her love for him and reveals which envelope contains the bomb. The two finally get some alone time together, and Frank is more than happy to put the mission aside for just a moment. Just when things start to spice up, Tanya gets undressed and reveals something Frank definitely wasn't expecting to see. And number 1, Best Picture.
Frank, if you pull out the bomb, you'll kill me anyway, and everyone else in this theater.
Yeah, no dice, Rocco.
Then I'll plug her.
You shoot her and I'll empty this envelope.
Frank!
It's a race against the clock when Frank finally gets a hold of the envelope. But when Rocco holds Jane at gunpoint, things get complicated. If Frank doesn't give the envelope to Rocco, Rocco's going to kill Jane. On the other hand, if he does give the envelope to Rocco, he'll detonate the bomb and everyone will die. Frank decides to trade the envelope for the gun, but of course, he ends up losing both.
All right. Here's your best picture.
And that's it. What did you guys think of our list? Before you leave, don't forget to give this video a like and leave your thoughts in the comments down below. Check out these other videos from the Rewind, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss another video again.